how are you? Very good day. This is the current Desafios Newscast, broadcasting from the city of Bogota. Welcome to the news. Juan Camargo greets you. We begin. Today, in today's challenges, alert for high temperatures and fires in Huila. After learning about the arrest of former President and Senator Álvaro Uribe in different cities of our country, there are marches and protests in their non-conformity with this decision. After the tragedy in Beirut, we tell you the drama of a Colombian couple who lived the effects of this tragedy firsthand. New attacks on medical personnel by citizens are registered from Medellin. The Guajira goes from red alert to orange in the ICU occupation. And in entertainment news, we tell you about Pasión de Gavilanes, the most watched novel in the country. We begin with very important news. At last, 16 municipalities in the department of Huila are on red alert for forest fires. In some areas, temperatures of more than 40 degrees Celsius have been registered, and these, together with the August winds, have already devastated more than 500 hectares and threatens to destroy more. In news, with the political detention of Álvaro Uribe was known, in many cities of the country, caravans of people protesting. Partially complying with the biosafety elements. In their disagreement with the decision of the Supreme Court of Justice, despite being arrested domiciliary, they have lived in cities such as Bucaramanga, Cali, Barranquilla, and Pereira, but the largest was in Bogota, in which the caravans traveled from north to south. We are supporting President Álvaro Uribe Vélez because we consider that sending him to jail is not the right answer from a president who worked from the country, who has dedicated so many years to defending Colombia from terrorism, narco guerrillas, drug trafficking, said in Bogota Maria Lesmes, a follower of a former president. After learning of the tragedy in Beirut, Lebanon, which left at least 154 dead and 5,000 injured, the drama of a Colombian couple who lived there and who lived this disaster firsthand was known. Carlos Valencia is an actor and dancer who was born in Buga, but grew up and educated in Tuluá, both cities in the center of Valle del Cauca. About 4 years ago, Valencia met Sonia Schutz, a German lawyer, who came on a vacation visit to Cali. From that day, a relationship began that turned into romance at a distance. When the lawyer was transferred to Beirut more than a year ago, Carlos and Sonia were married last December and they stayed living in the Lebanese capital. At the time of the tragedy, they were on a 14th floor of a building where they resided. As they have commented, they saw a hint of fireworks and decided to go down to the first floor. In those moments came the explosions that left the environment full of dust, fallen walls, and broken glass. Under the days, Carlos Valencia encouraged his wife Sonia to go outside, fearing a collapse of the building. Sonia Schulz suffered lacerations to various parts of her body and cuts to her feet when she left the building barefoot. Valencia suffered fractures in both hands and left and the left elbow, as well as injuries to the left knee and right foot. In news of the pandemic, a case of aggression against medical personnel is once again now, which is added to many others that have happened throughout this pandemic. Unfortunately, the relatives of a deceased violently attacked the nurses. One of them says that it was a verbal attack against her and the rest of the medical team that accompanied her. In addition, it is not a secret that false news has been spread throughout WhatsApp chains and groups and publications about an alleged remuneration that hospitals received for those who died of the virus. Now we go to La Guajira, where after being of on the brink of hospital collapse, good news is recorded, going from being on red alert to orange alert in the occupation of intensive care units, the availability of the beds. In entertainment news, we are going to talk about the most watched telenovela in the country. It is Pasión de Gavilanes, which is broadcast from the second time on our channel. The famous actor Stalu Quintero, who plays the role of Margarita Sáez de Mendoza, Armando's mother, in Betty la Fea, today steals the show again in Pasión de Gavilanes, in her character as Eduvina Trueba, a wealthy lady who will do the impossible to be with Franco. This happened because many people in their publication realized that these two characters are the same person. Since 2010, this actress has left television and lives in Tabio, where she dedicates her life to nature and their harvest. And more details are known about this recording, such as the bad relationship that Dana Garcia had with a large part of a cast. On the other hand, Natasha Klaus confessed that at first she auditioned for the role of Sharik Leon, who gave life to Rosario Montes, and that little Juan David Elizondo, son of Norma and Juan in the novel, was really a girl. Here ends our the news section. See you again in the session at 7 p.m. Have a good afternoon.